What is going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. And in today's video, we're back again with GARP challenge. So this time we're taking on the third set of GARP challenges. I've already uploaded one for the second set of GARP challenges, and obviously when the first set of GARP challenges first released, I did upload a video about that as well. Links to all of these will be down below in the description, so you can stay up to date with all of the GARP challenges and the teams that I used in order to clear all of these challenges. But as I said, we're getting into set number 3 this time around. In this video today, we're going to be going through number 5, 6, 7, and 8, as the first couple of them are like, they're just really easy. You don't really have to worry about it. But from number 5 for this one, it does get a little bit more difficult. Now, this is actually a little bit different from the previous set of 2 GARP challenges, where previously it went up to 15. This one only goes up to 8 this time, which means obviously it's going to be completed a lot quicker. But overall, it's still not too bad. I mean, I feel like it's on the same difficulty level as some of the other previous GARP challenges that you guys would have experienced by now. But as I said, we're going to go through all of these number 5 to 8. So there's 4 different teams in this video today. Hopefully you guys do go on to enjoy the video. I don't think I'll be doing too much commentary throughout this video, but anyways, definitely look forward to this one. And also, I'll be uploading a video sometime during the week for the 4th set of GARP challenges as well. So hopefully you guys do go on to enjoy the video. If you guys do, make sure to leave a like. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video. So now getting into the structure of this particular GARP challenge, obviously as I said in the start of this video, and as by the title would say as well, this is the 3rd set of GARP challenges, and this is the 5th island, which is going to be against the characters from Impel Down. So with this particular island on stage 4 is where you're going to encounter one of the first trickiest stages with Mr. 3 and Buggy, and you'll get attacked down as well as having to deal with damage threshold. So definitely bringing a unit to remove that threshold is going to be best case scenario. Obviously with V2 Akainu, you wouldn't really have to get rid of the attack down because his end of turn damage is strong enough to take out both Mr. 3 and also Buggy. So not really a big issue, but obviously the big issue there would be the damage threshold. So removing that is definitely going to be a high priority on stage 4. The next big boss stage you're going to have to deal with on this particular GARP challenge stage is going to be stage 6 with Ivankov. Ivankov has a blue shield defense up for 5 turns, and that's basically about it that you have to deal with on stage 6. So having a unit to remove 5 turns of blue shield, or to just reduce the enemy's defense, because Ivankov will have a delay immunity on stage 6, but no defense down immunity. So you can reduce the defense or remove the defense up just entirely. And then the final boss is going to be against Crocodile, Luffy, and Jinbei. And this is just, once again, why V2 Akainu is great for these GARP challenges, because taking out multiple enemies is relatively easily done with V2 Akainu. And of course, you get a full board of block orbs because of Luffy. There's actually, you get the Despair as well on your captain, so removing that is going to be definitely a high priority, and that's why we have Neptune mainly on our team here. And obviously Jinbei doesn't really do that much, he just does damage essentially, but you know, nothing really to note about Jinbei. But definitely getting rid of Croc and Luffy are going to be the big targets here, and then you can take down Jinbei because he is on a 2-turn cooldown, so you don't have to really focus in on him on the first turn of attacks, but definitely focus him down before you actually get attacked by him, because he does deal a lot of damage. Now, moving on to the next of these GARP challenges is going to be the 6th battle, which is involving some of the Big Mom pirates. Actually, this one and the next one involve some Big Mom pirates, actually, in particular. But this one's kind of interesting because there's actually a condition that states that you only have 15 turns to clear it. It's something around that, you know, 15 or 16 turns. You have to clear it within that time frame, otherwise you will die. So you want to run a team that is able to beat it as fast as possible. I'm pretty sure there is a Carrot team that is able to do this. I'm pretty sure there is a Lucy team that is able to do this, and I wouldn't put it past Snake Man clearing this as well. I think a lot of the top tier legends are not really going to have too much of a problem here, but the main thing you have to worry about here on this particular stage, on the 3rd floor, you can see that there is actually a resilience buff on Brule, and also she does have a counter, and she will apply that counter once she does fall below 50% health. So you want to make sure that if you are attacking her, to make sure you kill her or don't get her below 50%, because that counter will kill you at that point. So obviously make sure you don't die from a Brûlée. And obviously there is the other character here, which is just more of an annoyance more than anything. She just does lots of damage to your team. I think it's a brother and sister. I don't even know who this character is, but either way, after this stage, on stage 3, you'll have to deal with Daifuku on stage 4. So Daifuku can be kind of tricky to deal with. Daifuku will go ahead and blow away your bottom row for 2 turns, and he'll also go ahead and rewind your character specials in the middle row by 2 turns. So this is why I have Hody Jones on my team specifically, because he's able to rewind the specials forward by 2 turns, which is absolutely perfect, and he has the Sailor ability to resist it. So Legend Hody Jones is really, really perfect for this. And then the final stage is Big Mom. So Big Mom gives you increased damage taken, and she also has a 3-turn damage threshold. So bringing a character to remove that threshold is very, very important. Big Mom only has around 3.8 million, which actually isn't too much, honestly, but I actually found this one a lot easier than some of the other previous like GARP challenges. You know, I think it's honestly not that bad, this particular one, but obviously V2 Katakuri does carry pretty hard with that special ability. Now, this is the one where I think a lot of people are going to get stuck. GARP Challenge 3, Stage 7. So this one is very annoying because you cannot bring any characters that are above 50 cost. And it does include support abilities as well. So not only are your characters going to be weaker inherently because you can't bring legends, raid bosses, treasure map characters, but you can't even support units with legends or anything like that. Very, very annoying. But with this particular team utilizing a double V2 Sanji unevolved captain, which is pretty interesting. I never really thought I'd ever be using this character, but it works very well because limited rare recruit Bonnie is so good for this particular fight. There are so many instances where her special is going to help you out, and just because of the fact that Sanji's captain ability is so goddamn good, because he's able to provide so much damage, and it just means that your characters that you think are kind of weak, they'll be able to hit ridiculously hard because of Sanji's amazing captain ability. Like even Sanji himself, as an unevolved unit, he has barely any attack, and that really doesn't matter honestly with this team because his captain ability is so goddamn strong. I am using the Sun Pirate ship as well. I would probably recommend that. You could probably, you know, play around with it a little bit more and run a different ship, but the Sun Pirate ship is really nice here for the extra HP. Now, going on from where we are on the recording right now, you can see we're up against Tamago. Tamago, I would highly suggest bringing a character to remove that defense or to reduce his defense, because that 1-turn defense that he has is ridiculously high, and you do not want those characters that surround Tamago to hit you, because they'll go ahead and do the effects where they bind the color that they are weak against, and that's just going to basically end your run there. So you want to make sure that you can take him down as soon as possible, well, mainly the characters that surround him. So make sure to bring a character that can reduce defense. It's going to be very, very important. After this stage, though, you encounter Tamago once again, and he's in his new form. And with this particular one on stage 5, he's going to give you 2 turns of attack down, as well as change your orbs into block orbs as well. And he does have a delay immunity once again. So you can definitely, you know, do any sort of immunity that you want here, except for delaying. So you can poison here, you can reduce his defense and stuff. He does have 2.7 million HP, which is kind of a lot, honestly. But this is where we're using Rare Recruit Tamago to give us a guaranteed full board of matching orbs here, which is good because our orbs are locked. So, you know, even if we weren't able to kill him in 1 turn, it's kind of nice that we do get the ability to just, you know, go through it anyway. But the good thing is we're able to carry these orbs into the next room against stage 6, which once again is going to be Tamago in his final form. And this one on stage 6 will have 2.8 million HP, and he actually will have once again a delay protector, and he's going to bind your top row for, I think it's 5 turns. So this is where once again limited rare recruit Bonnie is very, very useful to use her special ability to unbind your captains. And another thing to note here as well is that when you actually kill off this version of Tamago, the character in your middle right position will get a bunch of cooldown. I don't know how much cooldown specifically they get, but it's a lot of cooldown. As you can see with this clip here, we'll get our Bonnie completely maxed out, ready to use on the final boss stage once again. But here we have Sparrow. He gives you a full board of block orbs, which once again is really, really nice when you have Jewelry Bonnie. Very, very good for that. And also the fact that he has a defense up boost, so having enough damage output to, you know, just basically kill him through that is going to be important. And also your ship is binded for 98 turns, so you don't want to deal with that either. So you got to have a pretty strong team for getting through his 5.25 million HP pool. So, and man, this stage is going to be annoying, but obviously there are some stallier teams with Raid Barto and other characters that revolve around healing specifically. And now we get into the most free-to-play team in this entire video, which is Luffy and Law with V2 Katakuri, 6+ Rayleigh, and Barto and Cavendish. The most free-to-play team in this entire video, so I hope you guys enjoy this one. Yo, this team was pretty good, honestly. It was able to complete it relatively easily. I wasn't in any situation where I thought I was going to die with this team. The fact that you have Barto and Cavendish for their switchability every single turn, and I know I didn't use Barto and Cavendish every single turn. There were times where you just legitimately forget to use it, but the times you do use it, it is really, really useful to have for the damage reduction and the healing that you get. And because this team does have a lot of HP, especially with the Moby Dick ship, the healing that you get from it is actually kind of crazy. It's crazy. You get like 2.5k to 3k healing just with their switch ability. Very, very, very good. And the fact that you have Law's captain ability as well to provide some healing mechanics as well, also very, very good. We do use Katakuri 2 times during this particular run through. We use it on stage 4, which is against some of the Marine Vice Admirals, and we also use it on the final boss stage against Kizaru as well. We have Jack here as well. We do use Jack twice as well. We use Jack against Sentomaru on stage 6, and we also use him on stage 9 against Sengoku, because on those particular stages there's actually 6 mob characters, which means that Jack will be guaranteed to be doing the full 2 million damage fixed to the enemy, which is very, very useful to have. We've also got Barto and Cavendish. We don't use his special at all during this run. We only have this character here literally for his switch ability. I've talked about it in previous tier lists as well, about how good Barto and Cavendish really are. I mean, obviously they're great as a captain. They're the best driven captain in the game, but their switch ability is just absolutely crazy, especially on teams where you do have a lot of HP, like this team here. The switch ability just helps so goddamn much, and it allows you to stall for so much longer, especially when you do have some sort of other healing mechanic on top of it as well, as we do here with Trafalgar Law as the captain. So just the amount of stall you can get with this team is ridiculous. We also have Rayleigh on this team that we do use a few times as well, because of paralysis on stage 3 that we had to deal with. We also use it on one of the later stages to delay the enemies to make sure that we don't basically take any damage, which is pretty important. You want to make sure that when you move on to the final boss stage against Kizaru, that you actually have a pretty decent amount of HP. You have to tank a few hits from him, but obviously if you have the healing mechanics of Barto and Cavendish, as well as the Trafalgar Law captains, healing isn't really going to be a big issue for you when you move on to the final boss stage against Kizaru. And then honestly, like, the other stages are pretty straightforward. Like, honestly, the only one that you really have to take like a lot of focus on is the one against all of the pacifistas, which is stage 6, because we want to make sure that we can KO all of them except for one of them, because we want to actually do enough stall. And by doing a lot of stall on stage 6, it also stacks up more damage on Katakuri's special ability, which is going to be very important. I think when I activate the final boss stage Katakuri special, I think I had 170,000 damage taken, which is pretty close to the max cap of his damage, which means that obviously it was going to be quite easy with his special. How much HP does the Kizaru final boss have? He has 8.2 million. So yeah, having a pretty decent amount of damage taken with Katakuri is going to help out a lot. You could probably get through, you could probably get through this entire thing without having to stall on that stage that I do on stage 6, but it's very useful to do it anyways to make sure that you get your specials up for when you do need them on the later boss stages. But anyways, I'm going to leave you with this clip. I'm not going to be talking throughout the entire duration, as there is a lot to go in this team so far. But anyways, I hope you guys do enjoy this video today, and if you guys did enjoy it, make sure to leave a like. And if you want to stay up to date with all the content I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But on that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.
作戦である。
分かった。行くぞ。
仕方ね作戦である。
分かった。
麦わらや。麦わらや。
僕を信じろ。俺に任せろ。僕を信じろ。取ろう。
麦わらや。
俺に任せろ。行くべよ。
麦わらや。
取ろう。行くべよ。
麦わらや。
取ろう。
作戦である。
分かった。僕を信じろ。
麦わらや。
俺に任せろ。
いくびよ
何すんだ。取ろう。僕を信じろ。
作戦がある。
分かった。
麦わらや。俺に任せろ。よっ。くらえ。いくべよ。
そう、取ろう。取ろう。
俺に任せろ。麦わらや。麦わらや。よっ。
行かせないよ。
僕を信じろ。
くらえ。
行かせないよ。
俺に任せろ。